Digestive Drugs by Douglas M. Borland. Natrum carbonicum. The natrum carb digestive disturbances is that of typical flatulent dyspeptic. Natrum carb patients are always complaining of flatulence, heartburn, irritations, and they are acutely conscious of very spoiled stomach. Usually there is a history of having taken one of the antacid preparations and of taking it in quite large doses. It is difficult to place the natrum carb patient, but I will describe the kind of picture one associates with it. These patients are usually rather pale, sometimes definitely sallow, with a tendency to yellowish blotches on the skin. They tend to be rather underweight and of poor physique. They very often stand badly, rather stooped shoulders, and give the impression of having sagging abdomen. They are always tired out people, very often with a history of having had a long spell of overwork. They are exhausted nervously and physically. They complain of inability to work or to concentrate, of sensation of confusion and general feeling of brain fog. Most natrum carb patients are depressed, and occasionally the depression goes on to a definite religious melancholia. There is always some degree of depression with a dislike of any mental effort. This shows itself in a dislike of meeting strangers or having to talk people. Very often it develops into dislike of their family, dislike of company in general, and marked aversion to certain people. They explain this dislike of certain people in various ways. Sometimes they say it is just that they cannot get on with certain people. At other times that certain people exhaust them and leave them dead tired. Or simply they are sensitive to the atmosphere of people. Natrum carb people are always nervous and they have a general trepidation which is very much aggravated by any sudden noise. If they are startled by any sudden noise, they are liable to have definite trembling attacks. They will often get these attacks from excitement of any kind. In addition to being sensitive to noise, most of these senses to be over acute. They are oversensitive to light. Their sense of taste is over acute. Their sense of smell too is always disturbed. Sometimes it is over acute, but more commonly it is entirely absent. They are always chilly patients, very sensitive to cold, particularly to cold draughts, and yet they are aggravated by extreme heat and are very sensitive to exposure to the sun. They nearly always suffer from sun headaches. They are extremely sensitive to any atmospheric electrical storms. As regards sexual digestive disturbances, they mostly suffer from an acute acid dyspepsia. Their flatulence is greatly aggravated by any starchy food, by vegetables and fatty food. One outstanding point about them is that they have a complete intolerance of milk. It increases the flatulence and is very likely to bring an attack of diarrhea. With the gastric upsets, they always develop an acute thirst, which is liable to be particularly marked after meals. In spite of tendency to flatulence after food, they are generally rather more comfortable after eating, but this lasts only for a short time and a little later. A nasty sinking sensation leads to abdominal pain, general heartburn, flatulence, a feeling of acute distension, probably some colic, and later still, a headache may develop. Natrum carb patients frequently get a period of extreme hunger late in the evening, about 11 pm, and again in the early morning about 5 am, between 10 am and 11 am. They may feel an empty sinking sensation, but it is not real hunger. The actual hungry periods are more likely to be in the evening or in the early morning, when the hunger may wake them. Natrum carb is very useful in many of the digestive disorders of pregnancy when these are associated with hunger during the night. Most natrum carb patients are constipated, but in acute digestive upsets, they occasionally get an attack of violent diarrhea, which is usually grayish and watery, very sudden in its onset and difficult to control. The natrum carb patients who tend to have these recurring attacks of diarrhea may also have a certain amount of enlargement of the liver and be slightly jaundiced. All natrum carb patients tend to suffer from recurring attacks of catarrh in various situations. It may be recurring leukorrhea, a recurring nasal discharge, or an old otitis. The constant characteristic about these catarrh is that no matter where they are situated, They are always accompanied by very thick yellow discharges. All the Natrum carb patients I have seen have and diffuse rheumatic pains, complaining of creaking sensation in the cervical region, pains in their backs, weakness of the ankles, and sensitiveness of the soles of the feet. They all tend to have very dry skins and very frequently complain of painful, dry cracks on the fingers, particularly in the fingertips, and of the same sort of things on the toes. Many of these patients, in spite of their general emaciation or loss of weight, get edema about the ankles in the evenings when they are tired. They are all susceptible to herpetic attacks. They get eruptions round about the hair. They may get herpetic patches on the lips and are liable, particularly the older patients, to suffer from attacks of thrush. Thrush in old women not frequently require Natrum carb. For children with milk upsets and milk diarrhea accompanied by thrush, Natrum carb is one of the biggest standbys. The drug that is most commonly confused with Natrum carb is sepia, and many of the patients who appear to need sepia really require Natrum carb. This chapter ends here. Thank you for visiting my channel. Goodbye.